Good morning. It's now about 8:30 in the morning of Friday the 18th of March. I'm Andy and this is my allotment. Not got a huge amount to show you this week that's been done because I was out all last weekend, went to the Able Garden Show on the Sunday, which I did enjoy, but I'll have a chat about that shortly. And obviously the nights are still quite dark when you get home from work, so we don't really have the opportunity to do very much on the plot. But I've been down here since 6:45, so I've done a little bit. I'll show you where I'm up to, show you the progress, and then have a little chat about what we thought of the Able Garden Show. So I'll just pause you for now. Okay, I've got the camera turned around, I can show you what's going on. This is the fruit bed which I'm slowly but surely moving. Dug another few black currants out of here today. The plan is it's all going to go. It looks like I've got another 2 black currants, 1 red currant in the middle of it all by the looks of it, and half a dozen gooseberry bushes going all the way back, and their thorns are vicious. Still got scars from last year when I was harvesting. But let me just go and show you where I've put these. Again, I'll pause you for a second. Okay, we're now on the far side of the decking, which is there. You normally don't see it from this angle, but what I'm planning on doing down here is creating a fruit hedge along the outside of my allotment. As you can see, there's a couple of bushes in there already. They've been there for a little while. I did those a couple of weeks back. Then there's 3 more here which I just put in today. This one, nice big roots on it, so they're buried not quite okay. Now these 2, I'm going to see if they work. What had happened is this had branches going low down to the ground, and where they've touched the ground, they've struck, I think it's called. As you can see there, they're growing roots, and you can see the big ball of roots on there. So black currants are very, 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 very hardy, so I'm hoping that those will take. If they don't take, it's not a problem, because I've got 4 bushes already, or 3 large bushes rather. I've got at least 2 more to go in that bed, so I've got a big one at home as well, so I'm not too concerned about that. If these don't survive, I just get rid and put the ones I have surviving in there. Now, one thing while we're here at the pond, I haven't shown you the pond for a while, but I'm very, very pleased because we now appear to have frog spawn. Now, last year I had frog spawn and it got eaten by the newts. You could see it actually being jerked around as they were underneath, eating it from the inside. No sign of any newts on these so far, so I'm fingers crossed we'll have lots of little baby frogs in there soon. I really hope so, because one thing I do down here is frogs to take on the slugs. But anyway, that's another story. Stop you again, and then I'll go in the greenhouse while we chat about Able Garden Show. Okay, in the greenhouse now. These are my broad beans, and as you can see, they're a good 6 to 8 inches high now, so they're pretty much ready for going out. The problem is I haven't got time to do them today, and I've not got a bed ready for them, so that's going to have to wait for another week until Easter weekend when I'm back, which is one of those things, but we'll see. A couple more new additions in here, a couple of chilies. I've gone for a Dorset Naga just because it was there. I'm not sure I'm ever going to use it or eat it, but I've gone for one of those. And then the other one, I'm not sure. It was supposed to be a Scotch bonnet, but when I pulled it out of the bag that we'd put it in, there were 2 labels. One says Scotch bonnet, and one says it's a Hungarian black. Now, I've never seen a Hungarian black, but I think it'd be fairly obvious as to which one it is when it grows. But I've got them in the greenhouse for now, and they're doing fine. The seeds that were sown in February, 21st of February, I've got 1 little courgette plant coming up, courgette gold rush, which is probably not going to do very well because last year we got absolutely bugger all from them. We had 2 big plants and they gave loads and loads of foliage, but nothing else. Still got loads of onions. I haven't had a chance to put them in, like I say. We're only going to be able to get down here at weekends, then there's not a lot I can do. Oh yes, one other purchase from the Able Garden Show was this stuff. Rock dust. Now, I've never tried this before, this volcanic rock dust, but there's a guy on a YouTube channel from America called Growing Your Greens, a guy called John Kohler. He swears by this stuff. He has it in absolutely everything he does, and he seems to have good results, but never tried it. I'm going to give it a try. You don't need a huge amount of stuff in there. It says plant containers, add 1 tablespoon to surface of a 2 litre pot twice a year, water in at normal, or mix with 2 litres of compost before planting. So I'm going to do that. We're not talking lots, I mean a tablespoon. I mean this is 10 tablespoons worth in there, so you know I get 10 or 200 litres worth of compost mixed with that. So yeah, give it a try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it wasn't expensive. I think that particular pack worked out at less than £1. So you know, for that, I'll give it a try. I got 5 of them because I heard they were selling them, but I'm not complaining. I'll be quite happy with that, I think. Right, anyway, to put it on pause and get sorted out, to have a chat about Edible Garden Show. Okay, Edible Garden Show. I was very, very fortunate to win family tickets to the Edible Garden Show through the British Hen Welfare Trust, where we got our ex-batteries from. They just stuck my name down on their website. They wanted names to go in the competition, thought no more of it. They got an email saying, congratulations, you've won a weekend, a day pass for a family. Went with a friend from the bee club we've got, and her son, and I took my grandson, who's 3, to see what it was. It was a long drive, just over 2 hours from here down to Coventry, but we found it fairly easy enough. It was well signposted, and our friend's son has a disabled badge, so we put that in the car, got right to the front of the queue for car parking, which was very, very good. But obviously I wouldn't have that next time if I went on my own, but we'll see. Thoughts on the show itself? It was very good. There were lots and lots of stalls to see, lots and lots of people who are selling new things for, like the rock dust I bought. There was a soil blocker that you've seen on Tony Carrington's not Tony Carrington, sorry, UK Here We Grow channel. Tony went round and had a look at that. I considered one of those, but came away maybe not, decided against it in the end. There was a small holding zone which had a selection of pigs and in various pens, and then it would move the pigs into a central arena while they commentated on them, while the young pig breeders or pig showers or whatever you call them were basically walking around the ring as if they would at a show. The kids had ranged from 6 to 14, which is a huge age range, and sometimes the pigs were a little bit bigger than they were, but they had them under control. It was good to watch. They also had goats there, they had chickens there. Now with my grandson being 3, understandably that's where we spent most of the day, going backwards and forwards there. A lot of stalls selling a lot of different things. It was very interesting, but when you'd walk around a couple of times, I was struggling, and I bought things and left them on the stall, like the chilies, and I then spent half an hour at the end of the show walking around trying to find where I'd put them, where I'd left them rather, because I couldn't remember which stall it had been. My own fault, but at that point I was more concerned with keeping my eye on my grandson. And for the first walk round, he wanted to walk, so I'm more concerned about where he's going rather than watching what was there. So I didn't really see very much the first time round, but after lunch we sat down and decided where I was going to go back to. He went in his buggy, and that was a lot easier. Then I could then start loading up the back of the buggy with things. With going on the Sunday, there weren't any other YouTubers there that I'm aware of. I did see Sean and Vivi from the Thougts channel, or horticultural channel. I'm not sure whether he's gone back to the original name now or not. Walked past them a couple of times. They were busy with lots of people around, so I didn't stop. But towards the end of the day, when I went over, they were fairly clear, so I had a quick word with them just to say I like what you do, and I got some advice as well from Vivi on growing squashes, because that's something I struggle with. So I don't know if you're watching this, Vivi, or if you ever watch my channel at all, but thank you very much for the advice. I'm going to be putting it into practice this year, and I will film the results and I will send a copy of it over to the Thots channel. Whether you watch me or not, I'll send that over anyway, so you can see how I've done. I'll try and splice them all together and put from sowing to planting out to harvesting all in one video, a little video clip for you. I'll try and do that. My technical skills aren't brilliant, but I'll try. I didn't do any recording at the Edible Garden Show as I was planning originally, because I suddenly thought that everybody else will have done it already, because I'm going on the Sunday. And also, when you've got a 3-year-old and you're on your own with a 3-year-old in a buggy, you don't have any spare hands to hold a camera. So I didn't video it, and I have seen a lot of the videos that people have put up on YouTube, and a lot of them were a waste of time, I'm afraid, because we're watching YouTubers videoing YouTubers videoing YouTubers. I didn't really get anything from a lot of the videos as to how the show was, what it was like, what was there, and it was worth going. There were two that I liked. I liked UK Here We Grow, because he actually took the time to go and interview some of the stall holders, look at the products they had, basically give them a plug, but then at least you knew what was there, rather than just somebody walking around and filming as they're walking round and round in circles. And also the Hawk channel, when Sean put his up, but he's a professional filmmaker, so you would expect his to be of a very good standard, and it was. As I say, I have watched the others. Everyone I've subscribed to who's got an Edible Garden Show video I've watched, and I said the majority of them, unfortunately guys, I didn't get much from. It showed you had a good time, you met lots of other people, but do we really need to have a film of you meeting other YouTubers? Well, at the end of the day, it's your own channel, you do as you like with it. It's just not something that I would feel comfortable with doing and putting up on the channel for other people to watch. Overall thoughts on the show itself, very good. A shame it's a couple of hours away. It would be nice if they could rotate it around a little bit, so we go up and down the country rather than always having it south of Midlands. It'd be nice to have it in the north, or even up towards the borders of Scotland one year, which gives other people an opportunity to go without spending huge amounts on the travel. Now, would I go again? I would go again, but having to pay for tickets to get in, as well as driving 2 hours to get there, I'm not convinced that I would want to spend that amount of money to go around the show, where all you're doing is looking at what people have got to sell. That in itself is a little bit of a... I'm not sure whether I would or wouldn't. I'm coming down on the side of no, I wouldn't. If I hadn't got free tickets this time, I probably wouldn't have gone, because to have 2 adults and a child going into the show, even buying in advance would have been over £30, and my fuel costs were about £30 to £40 as well. So it's a lot of money to spend just to go into a show where somebody's going to try and sell you something. If it came north to Manchester, or Leeds, or Sheffield, or somewhere like that, then yes, I would probably go again, because my travel costs will be considerably less, and I'd offset that by the cost of the tickets. If it reverts back to London, definitely not. It's just too expensive to get down there, too long a trip. If it stays in Coventry, it all depends, because quite often we do go away around this time of year, and we often go in the Midlands. So if I was nearby, then yes, I probably would do it again. Again, it's a combination of travel and cost. But I would recommend it to anybody. If you've got the money and you've got the time to go and see it, go and see it. It is fascinating to see all the new products that are on there. You see a lot of them on YouTube and other people's videos, etc. But this was an opportunity to talk to the people themselves who have got the product, the rock dish that I bought, for example. I spoke to the people with the soil blockers, but I did eventually decide against that at the time. But my birthday's coming up, so I'm thinking now of asking for it, because I'm regretting not buying the starter pack, because they had a pack of 3 different size soil blockers for £30. I'm not sure if that was still on when I went there on the Sunday, because I didn't notice that, but it could have been. I only saw that when I watched UK Here We Grow channel's video. But anyway, I'm rambling again. What I will say now is thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. There may not be a video up until after Easter now, because I'm on holiday, but what we are doing when we're on holiday in Devon is having a look at some chicken farms and chicken breeders, to find out what sort of chickens we want to get next to supplement our flock. Not something we'll be buying and bringing back with us, because it's a long way to bring chickens back in a car. About 5-6 hours is just too long. But what we might do is to make a short list up of ones we want to try and get locally. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. As I said, bye for now, see you in the next video.